Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews movies and talks about nerd shit. This is episode 786. Yep, that is right. 786. And as always, this is Energy Connor here to host the show alongside my wonderful co-host, Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? We're going to wonderful Monday night.
Yep.
Monday.
It is Monday, and you know what that means. We're continuing on with our comic book film month here at the Nerdcore as we talk about DC's / Vertigo's V for Vendetta, adaptation of V for Vendetta.
Sure.
Dude, why my friend just messaged me? Please tell me you are at Raw. Motherfucker, I'm broke as shit. You think I'm gonna be at fucking Raw? Tickets are like $500 now for you to go to fucking Raw.
Bro, we trying to survive out here. We ain't out
I don't
there.
got Raw money.
We ain't out there watching the wrestlers oil themselves up.
Oh, no, I ain't got fucking money for Raw. I'm getting fucked Raw out here, bro. Yeah,
I'll go on vacations. I stay at home and don't spend money.
Yep. But Brad, we're doing that, and I hope everyone's having a good day. I hope you all are enjoying your start of the week. Before we can go ahead and get into the review, I do want to remind you guys that we are live early and ad-free over on patreon.com/nerdcore, where you can get this episode along with other episodes of the Nerdcore podcast live early and ad-free before anybody else gets to watch them, usually during the week at some point. Brad, how are you doing, though?
I'm doing good. Just went to work, came back, watched this movie yesterday.
Yeah, me too. I watched it yesterday.
Yeah, so overall, been pretty decent. Over the weekend, I played Cyberpunk for like 3 days.
Okay. All right.
That's all I did.
Yeah.
And I watched this movie.
Nice. I saw Ari Aster's new movie, Eddington. I watched that in the theaters. That was really good. Yeah.
I think I've seen like clips of it or trailers or something.
Yeah. A lot of people are probably not going to like it. I know that there's people already who don't like it. People don't give a shit if you don't like it. Yeah. Quite frankly, you don't really give a shit if you don't like it. But, you know, it's like we're all entitled to our own opinion. And my opinion is that I loved it. I think it was a really, really good movie. I watched the shit yesterday. I've not been catching up on Andor yet. But this weekend...
One day we'll review.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta get through more of it. I'm halfway through. I am watching Fantastic Four this weekend, so I'm excited for that. Yep. Can't wait to see how that goes, man.
It can't be any worse than the other two.
Dude, it can't be any worse than what we've had before. You know?
Yeah.
Like, the bar is pretty low.
The bar's on the ground.
Yeah. The bar's pretty fucking low.
I saw the trailer with Pedro Pascal, and I'm like, yeah, it's probably better than the other two.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Next thing you know, Luis is probably going to be like saying, like, what are you guys talking about, bro? Those Fantastic Four movies are great. I can already hear him, bro.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, everybody has opinions.
Yeah. Everybody does, Brad. But yeah, all you gotta do is just not make it terrible, like the last ones. Yeah. Sort of Pedro Pascal week then. Yeah. It is kind of a Pedro Pascal week. Yeah, because I watched Eddington.
Oh, was Eddington? Eddington is the one where it's the mayors, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The sheriff and the mayor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the trailer does look good.
Yep. Definitely recommend it.
It's got Joaquin Phoenix in it too, right?
Yeah, it's got Joaquin Phoenix in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's pretty much the plan this week, man. I'm excited. I'm gonna go watch Fantastic Four, dude. I'm really excited to see this movie. I don't know, man. I think this year has been actually a really good year for comic book movies. And I think that they've, like, between Thunderbolts, Superman, and hopefully this one, I think they've done a great job. Captain America, Brave New World, we're just going to put that aside.
Okay, I did watch that one. I was going to say, I haven't watched any of it except till you brought in Captain America, which, not the worst thing. I thought it was meh.
It's just kind of mid, isn't it?
Nothing to write home about, but, you know, that's better than some other movies I've watched.
It's kind of mid.
Yeah.
not make terrible film, but I'm Tommy Wiseau. This may be a challenge. Yep. Um, but hope you're doing well, Stacy. Brad, we're here to talk about a pretty famous film that I think is severely underrated. I think it's severely underrated.
Well, can I just say I didn't realize, and I should have realized, that this was based on a comic book.
Yes.
I did not realize that until we started this month, and then I was looking through like comic book for comic book movies, and I'm like, why the hell is V for Vendetta? And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, and I believe it's oh no, it's not Alan Moore. I'm sorry, I thought it was Alan Moore, but no, it's David Lloyd. I've never read V for Vendetta, but I would like to watch it. Oh no, it is. What's it called?
Well, it's by Alan Moore. It's written by Alan Moore.
Alan Moore, David Lloyd, and Tony Weir.
Yeah.
So.
Which by the way, I have been reading, and I'm gonna start out by saying I've never read the comic book.
Mm-hmm.
So my review is based mostly just on what the movie is, because I've been reading and there's differing opinions on, they've kind of, for the movie, they took out a lot of stuff that probably wouldn't have been able to get like a rating to be shown on the movie screen. So there is that. So there are differing opinions on people who haven't read the comic books and people who have read the comic books that watch the movie.
Yeah. So Brad, I guess we can just go ahead and get into this then. So if you have not watched the film V for Vendetta, you should probably get out of here. We care about spoilers, but if you don't care about spoilers or you've already seen the film, go ahead and stay. Either way, how it goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect after these words from our sponsors in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerd Court is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off your first order with code TheNerdCourt. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. All right, Brad, introduce us to V for Vendetta.
First off, Stacey says, so it's not a Todd McFarlane and his Sex Dungeon production.
No, it's not, bro. It's not.
Okay. V for Vendetta is a 2005 dystopian thriller film directed by James McTeague from a screenplay by the Wachowskis. It is based on the 1988 to 89 DC Vertigo Comics limited series graphic novel by Alan Moore, David Lloyd, and Tony Weir. The film set in a future where a fascist totalitarian regime has subjugated the UK, centers on V, portrayed by Hugo Weaving, an anarchist and mass freedom fighter who attempts to ignite a revolution through elaborate terrorist acts, and Evie Hammond, portrayed by Natalie Portman, a young woman caught up in V's mission. Stephen Ray portrays a detective leading a desperate quest to stop V. Produced by Silver Pictures Virtual Studios and Anarchos Productions, Inc., V for Vendetta was originally scheduled for release by Warner Brothers Pictures on November 4th, 2005, a day before the 400th Guy Fawkes night, but was delayed. Instead opened in the United States on March 17th, 2006, to mostly positive reviews from critics, and became a box office success, grossing $134.7 million against a production budget between $50 to $54 million. Alan Moore, dissatisfied with the film adaptations of his other works, From Hell and The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, declined to watch the film and asked to not be credited or paid royalties.
When does Alan Moore even like whatever any adaptation of his? He never likes his adaptation.
He doesn't like The Watchmen. No.
No, he doesn't like anything, dude.
No, he doesn't like anything. Some political groups have seen V for Vendetta, and that's his opinion, for Vendetta as an allegory of oppression by government. Anarchists have used it to promote their beliefs. The film is credited for popularizing the use of the Guy Fawkes mask by anti-establishment political groups and activities. And what do we get here? We got okay, we didn't do a story. I'll do a story. So starring Natalie Portman, Hugo Weaving, Stephen Ray, and John Hurt. Cinematography, Adrian Biddle. Edited by Martin Walsh. Music by Dario Marinelli. And running time 133 minutes. Budget 50 to 54 million. Box office 134.7 million. Which honestly, I don't think it would get that in today's time.
Yeah, I don't really think so. I think, well, also this movie really screams that, you know, transition into the late 2010s, bro. Like,
Yeah,
we
it's
are,
getting there. It's getting towards that, like, the Matrix.
yeah.
It's headed right towards there.
And, you know, the Occupy Wall Street movement that's coming. It's like, I mean, this was really a very popular movie that really just popularized these anti-establishment groups like Anonymous. Anonymous uses the Guy Fawkes mask.
Yes.
Yeah. But Brad, what are your initial thoughts?
My initial thoughts of this is I've seen this movie before. Like, I think when it first came out, so I'm guessing 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
I didn't really remember any of this movie, apparently. But watching this movie, the one thing came to my mind was I need to buy this on hard copy.
Yeah.
The rhetoric shown in this movie hits a little too close to home, where, you know, the ability of the people to make fun of their leaders is non-existent. The media is not allowed to report the news as, you know, truthful. It's basically everything's propaganda.
Yeah.
By that sitting government. And, you know, you have people being disappeared. As they call it, black masked. They have black mask over the head and they disappear them and they take them to these laboratories and do experiments on them. Which, and again, it's really weird. They mentioned, I think, was the avian flu in this? A whole lot of stuff that, you know, you think about, like, wow, this movie kind of aged really well, and that's not a great
You're telling
thing.
me.
But the first thing was, I was like, I have to go buy this on hard disk.
Yeah, and there's a 4K of this already out.
Yeah, I bought the 4K. So I bought the 4K today. And unfortunately, like, there may come a time they used to ban books. This is a movie that would be banned.
100%. Oh, and the comic book as well.
Yeah. So
I think this movie's fantastic, Brad. You 100% feel the influence of the Wachowskis, not just in of course, the script, right? Because it's written by them, but also in the direction, especially in the fight scenes. The fight scenes are 100% to me very indicative of the Wachowskis.
Don't you feel in the dialogue too? Specifically the beginning. I think this might be one of the best beginnings of a film of introducing a character.
Yeah.
Because that whole dialogue scene, and, you know, shout out to Hugo Weaving, we never see the man's face.
Yeah, we never know, even though we know what Hugo Weaving looks like.
Yeah, we never really see his face, but he puts on such a acting, he has charm. And, you know, he has this cool aesthetic, and it's like you want to root for the guy who's trying to blow up half of Britain.
Half of Britain, yep. And I love the chemistry between Hugh Weaving and Portman. But I will say this, it's something that I noticed this time around. Even though I'll let you guys, I love this movie. Natalie Portman's British accent. Not it. Is not it. Holy shit. It sounds as forced as it can get. So it took me out occasionally from the film. But overall, other than that, and maybe like just some slight pacing here and there, I still think it's like a very, very good movie because, like I said, it's indicative of what we're kind of going through right now and the way that, you know, government suppressing, you know, our freedom of expression. And I mean, we just saw a fucking comedian get his show canceled because his fucking parent company decided
the movie the comedian gets murked.
Yeah. Yeah. Decided to fucking, their parent company decided to fucking get on their knees. You know, it's crazy how indicative and how very much relevant it is now, and it still stays very relevant because, you know, for those of you who are probably too young to remember, I mean, what's it called? In a couple of years, you'd have the Occupy Wall Street movement, and how much Guy Fawkes really spoke to the people of the Occupy Wall Street movement.
Well, it was a choice for Portman to do a Cockney accent.
Yeah. I don't know, Brad. Do you agree with me, Brad?
What with Natalie Portman? I technically really didn't notice.
Fuck, I noticed,
but the
bro.
more I think about it, kind of, yeah. Like, I mean, I kind of didn't really notice it, just because Natalie Portman's acting is generally on point. So I was more interested, I guess, in the story than her accent. Like, I was like, I kind of forgot she was supposed to be British, so that could tell you.
Yeah.
But there are scenes in here, like when we first meet V. I think that scene is honestly fucking terrific. The scene where he has her captured in a dungeon in his house, and that whole scene plays out, and you're just like even though that was fake, that would probably be very close to what was going on there. Like if you were just whisked away to a prison, no one knew you were there, and the story V tells. I keep wanting to call him Guy Fawkes, but he's not Guy Fawkes. He's V.
V, yeah.
But the story that V tells with the notes, and those are the actual notes that he was handed from a woman director who she was sent in there because she was lesbian, and she died there, not under his house, but where he was. I guess the facility he was put in. That one hit. This hits hard, like in a few places, of being like, wow, like you could see a fascist regime doing that, because we've had past fascist regimes do that.
Yeah. By the way, so this is actually really fucking cool, really fucking funny too. So physically, it's James Purefoy who's playing V.
What this is what I read on this. So James Purefoy was the original. He was originally supposed to play V, and they brought in Hugo
because he dropped out after 6 weeks.
Yeah, and so Hugo finishes up, but a lot of those scenes he dubbed over because
he just redubbed it.
I mean, he's wearing a mask.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Sense.
Yeah, which makes sense, right? But I always loved the ending of this movie. Just fucking Britain just going on fire, just fucking lit on fire.
Yeah, just Parliament just going. The scene of the just, I want to say hundreds of thousands, not millions, of Brits and Guy Fawkes masks just making their way to view this. I mean, it's a very solidarity thing. And then Portman's last line in this is that they don't need buildings, they need hope. They need hope more than they need buildings. And she lets the train go. Very, very powerful stuff.
And by the way, Stephen Fry, who, Brad, it is so apparent that he's playing basically Piers Morgan.
Yes. Or I was getting the Bill O'Reilly.
Piers Morgan.
Yeah,
I'm just, at the time, I'm thinking about, who the sensationalist, media personalities who...
And you're right, Piers Morgan, Bill O'Reilly, in that sense.
Which, by the way, Piers Morgan is still a massive problem now, but apparently he's I don't know, man. Piers Morgan is kind of on a face turn at the moment, which is really weird.
I think a lot of the media personalities nowadays, you can't trust which way they go. Other than your Stephen Colbert's, your Jon Stewart's. Other than that,
they're going to go the way that their pockets are lined up.
Yeah, everyone else is turning face.
Which is kind of what this movie is trying to remind you about. It's basically whoever's lining up your pockets is who's going to end up controlling you. And, even it's the responsibility of the people to finally say when enough is enough.
I mean, it's said over and over again. It's the people should not fear their government. The government should fear their people.
Yes.
I mean, it's said over and over in this movie. And, I also got to give it up to John Hurt, who plays the, not the president. He's, I don't know.
The member of parliament, yeah.
The conservative member of parliament.
The fucking high chancellor.
The high chancellor, yeah. So
Yeah.
he plays the High Chancellor. I mean, very Nazi-esque
Yup.
graphics, flags, all that. You also have I love the scene of the old guys in the nursing home with the photo of the chancellor as they're watching what's basically amounts to, propaganda news.
Yeah.
Because you can see it like in nowadays. That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah. And by the way, which 100% both sides are very much
Of the same bird.
of the same bird, and they're both guilty of displaying their own forms of propaganda. So, look, man, I love this movie, man. Yeah, the second time around, it doesn't hit as much as it did the first time, but I think it's very relevant still. And I think it's a movie that,
Isn't that kind of sad, though?
yeah, it is very sad. But, that's what good art is. It stands the test of time, Brad. Whether we like it or not.
But it doesn't have to hit the nail on the head all the time.
Yeah, well, that's just the way it is sometimes.
Dude, were you just like sitting watching this movie and going, huh? There's a virus, huh?
Yeah.
Well.
But I do think a lot of the middle is a little bit draggy. And, of course, Natalie Portman's accent, bro. I'm sorry.
I did not catch that. I'll probably catch it on the third watch. I'll be looking for it more.
Specifically, when she's, like, having arguments with V.
Oh, so
that's what I need you to pay attention to. Yes. That's what I specifically need you to pay attention to. I'm going to go ahead and give V for Vendetta a 8.5 out of 10, Brad. Okay, what about you?
Maybe lean on the test on the time for once. I think this movie's awesome. I agree with you though. Like, I'll have to agree with you on Natalie Portman's accent. So Roll usually catches that stuff really well. And the draggy part.
I love Natalie Portman, by the way.
The draggy parts, I can see like a little here and there. I don't see like a whole bunch because this movie still kept me gripped. I think for that I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. So I'm gonna go a little bit higher.
Okay.
I think everybody needs to buy this movie on DVD before you possibly can't.
Yep.
And
the comic book too.
Books, yeah. I haven't read the comics, so
I really want to read the comic now.
Yeah, well, and this is the thing. So I was reading up on this after because I was really interested. And, a lot of people were saying if you read the comics, you're going to be kind of let down by the movie. Like, you'll see, like, the movie had to cut a lot of stuff and change a lot of stuff around in order to keep it able to play in the theater from the comic book.
Yeah.
Which is known. I mean, the source material is probably always going to be better than what's made after.
Yeah. Looks like you can get the comic book for like $15.
Yeah, so I'll probably get that on my next pay. Also, Alan Moore not liking stuff. That's nothing new. Let's be real here. Alan Moore is basically the only one who's kind of allowed to go, I don't like it, because he wrote the source material.
Yeah. But also it's just like he never likes his shit.
No, he never.
He never likes any of his adaptations. He's always gonna fucking bitch about them, even though they're pretty good. But it's whatever. He's the one who made the source material. He has the right to sometimes be like, hey, I don't like this.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean that I don't have to like it.
Oh, we're tariffing Alan Moore 10% until there's a complete cut of The Watchmen.
Yeah. I 100% believe that Alan Moore probably fucking hated the the ultimate edition of Watchmen. I hate that.
But apparently they changed some stuff. So instead of like flu, it was like a nuclear attack in the comics. So they did quite change a few things.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah. And how early that would be too, when like 4 years later we would have swine flu.
Yeah, I mean, actually, Brenda got swine flu one. She told me about. Like, she did not feel great with it. But yeah, like I think the avian flu's mentioned in this. Something to that effect.
Which is crazy. We were kind of dealing with that for a minute, and kind of still are. But
we probably still are. It's just they're not reporting on it anymore.
Reporting it, but it's also probably a lot more controlled now. I don't know.
They're just not reporting on it.
Who the fuck knows? I don't know what happens in Health and Human Services.
I don't know.
Anymore.
I haven't died yet, and I ate some chicken nuggets.
Yeah, I've been eating eggs and egg whites for a while now. So, yeah. I don't know, man. You're kind of just raw dogging life out here right now. So with that said, that concludes our review for V for Vendetta. And what does Stacy say? CDC? What's that? Yeah, there's no CDC.
They don't have
Um,
it anymore.
and as always, thank you guys so much for joining us. As always, follow us on nerdcore.com, Twitter at the Nerdcore, Instagram at the Nerdcore, Patreon.com/Nerdcore, Letterboxd at the Nerdcore, TikTok at the Nerdcore. Discord link is in the description below where you can find us and talk to us about this movie and other movies. And of course, if you would like, actually, not if you would like, just please do it. Leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you don't miss another video that drops on the channel. Leave a 5-star review and follow us on your favorite podcast app of choice. And of course, check us out on our website and all that wonderful stuff. We want to thank our wonderful Patreon supporters because without them, none of this is possible. Just like Stacy, who's able to chat with us because he gets his ad early. He gets his early and ad free before anybody else gets to watch it, and he gets to watch it live and chats with us. Brad, tell him about our executive producer, Shane.
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/xsrk or on Twitter at thrift.il or go buy something from the Sub God at dpop.com/PrisonCityVintage.
Damn straight. And of course, I hope you all enjoyed the episode. I want to remind you guys, if you are a subscriber, if you're a listener on the podcast, if you read our reviews on the website, or if you just interact with us on social media, we love you guys, and we cannot appreciate you guys more. We appreciate you guys, and we just enjoy being able to talk movies for y'all. It's a great time all the time when we get to do this. We love you guys. So, as always, keep up to date with us. Take care of yourselves. We'll be back for another review during this week, live on and early and on over on Patreon on Thursday. But for now, that's all we got for you guys. Brad, get them out of here.
All right, Raul. Thank you, being host as always. Thank you to Stacey for joining us in chat. Thank you to our listeners out there, our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, I'll just leave it with a quote from the movie. Knowledge like air is vital to life. Like air, no one should be denied it. Young Yoda out.